Okay, in this one, I want to talk about perfectionism because I hear it come up again and again and again to people I talk to. It's one of the more common issues that I think a lot of business owners experience, people that have been good at things throughout their lives. I want to talk a little bit about one of the places I think it comes from, but then particularly, I want to share with you a couple of different ways of thinking about how to resolve this perfectionism gremlin, this little bullshit. So, first of all, I think perfectionism, one is it's here to keep us safe. We're trying to keep ourselves safe from feeling inadequate, from feeling like a failure. And so perfectionism urges us to just get it right, just get it so right. And so it stops us from doing things if we can't guarantee that we're going to get it perfect, right? Well, so what's interesting to me when I think about this is where does it come from? Because there's no perfection in nature. You don't see it anywhere. And then I look back to what my school is like, and it's like, oh yeah, right. There's grades, and you can get a perfect grade, and you have the rubric, and you have the syllabus, and you know exactly how things are going to be graded, and you can do all the work, and then you can study for all the tests, and then you can get all the answers right, and you can get a perfect score on a test, which, is yet another way that our education system really sets us up for failure, I think, in life. Because when you go out into the world, that's not how it works. There is no perfect answer. There's no one right way. It's like it's like looking at a pool shot, right? Any given pool shot, you can think about how to get it in multiple different ways depending on how creative you can get with the shot, right? And how much skill you have to operate. The idea is that we use this idea of getting it perfect as a reason not to take action, because I can't get it just right. I can't get it just perfect. Okay. And so I think that there's a really cool way that we can flip a switch to start to practice our way out of perfectionism. And that is by taking these outcome goals, like a perfect outcome, and turn them into process goals. So what do I mean by that? Well, outcome goals are school is a great example of outcome goals, right? You study for a test, you study for an exam, you study for a paper, whatever, then you do your work, you turn it in, and then you get graded on it. And the grade is the outcome, right? But if we flip that around and we say, rather than determining my worth, my value on the outcome that I get, I'm going to determine my worth, my value. I'm going to base that on the actions that I take, the process that I undergo, the dedication that I exhibit toward whatever the thing is that I want to get. And if you do this, if you flip this switch from perfection to progress, or from outcome to action, then we can really take charge of our relationship with the kinds of work that we do in the world, and really flip some switches in our head. Now, I don't think that it's going to be easy, because I don't know about you, but I went to school for 12 years, 14, 16 years, 19 years and it was all grade based, right? And so there's a lot of deep undoing of all of this grade based, outcome based thinking, not to mention all the other things that we use that to develop into our lives and think about in terms of outcomes. But start to prioritize, start to give yourself credit for the work that you're doing, for the process that you're undergoing, and not just for the outcome. In fact, understand that the outcome, that's not even your work to do. That's the universe's work. That's the world's work, right? All you can do is do your best to move toward those outcomes, and then recognize that just like in pool, there's always another shot afterwards. If you miss this one, you can always take another shot, right? If it's the last shot and you lose the game, you can always play another game, right? So there is no end piece to it. So flip the switch. Start to think about process goals versus outcome goals, and see what you can do with your life, all right? Hope this helps. Thank you so much for listening. Peace.